On this, our legal panel rejoins us. Lise Wheel is a Fox News legal analyst. Doug Burns, a criminal defense attorney. Both are former federal prosecutors. So it's kind of a strange situation because we don't know exactly what this juror number 5 is alleged to have said. According to the defense team, juror number 5, given the evidence that came forward last week, it is beyond legitimate dispute that juror 5 is not fair and impartial, making her unfit to continue as a juror. So if they really believe that, why not just kick her off the panel?
Very well put. The point is, I was just going to say, you have to separate it out. One is if a particular juror is unfit, well, they have alternates. So you excuse that person and replace them. However, the defense argument, I'll just lay it out, would be, and I think it's an uphill battle, but I'll lay it out, is that, Your Honor, not only did she make negative comments about the defense, but in our view, we submit that this has infected the entire panel. I think it's going to be very hard.
That's a really hard argument to make.
I agree.
And also, when jurors are taken off and alternates are brought in, and they're right, an alternate could be brought in, they've been hearing all of the evidence, and the deliberation hasn't even started yet. So it really wouldn't be that big a deal for the prosecution, but it's usually because they've gone out and done some research on their own, or they've been watching television programs, and, things like that, or they've been talking with their family about the case. Whereas in Scott Peterson's case, juror number 5, there was an actual juror number 5, was kicked out because he was talking to the the victim's family. Well, those are pretty obvious. But this, it's going to be a very tough burden.
But John's point back to that was just get rid of that particular juror. I just don't think they're going to be able to convince the judge to declare a mistrial. The other point worth making is the fact that the thing's been 14 weeks is not really a reason, but it's lurking in the rafters as the 800-pound gorilla.
It is one of the things that happens in these long trials. People sort of get to know one another. They all feel like family. People start talking.
Right. Exactly. Same with your experience in a grand jury. You know how that is. And you're not really told to talk to the grand jurors, but you do. You get to know them. You share lunch with them. All of that. It's very difficult not to talk to each other.
Now, they've got 18 people on this panel. As I understand it, they are not even going to tell them who the actual 12 are who will decide the case until everything.
There's a good reason for that. I mean,
sure,
it's a common sense.
Of course.
Yeah, you don't want the backbenchers to say, "Oh, I'm not."
No, that's right.
I can check out.
And by the way, what they're going to do, because this varies from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, is they're going to keep the alternates during deliberation, and then if somebody becomes unfit to deliberate, they'll replace them. But guess what? They have to start deliberating all over from scratch.
And that's what happened in the Peterson case as well, Scott Peterson. They had to start all over again.
And because this trial has gone on so long, you don't think the judge is going to be receptive to the idea of kicking this juror?
I don't think so. And certainly not a mistrial based on what the prosecutor did or didn't do.
No, he may kick that juror out.
Yeah, but
not a mistrial.
Not
a mistrial.
That's what I meant.
Not based on what we have so far.
All right, Doug Burns, Lise Wheel.
Got it.
Thank you both.
My pleasure.